Education in Early Years Bitesize Recording. My name is Gemma McGregor and I'm the Provider Development Officer for Education in Early Years T-Level at NCFE. Join me as we explore essential aspects of extended response questions and quality of written communication in T-Level Education and Early Years core exams. We look at some top tips for effectively answering extended response questions, how we can best understand the Chief Examiner's expectations, and discover some strategies for success. First, let's look at some key points. Understanding extended response questions. Extended response questions are not mere questions, they are gateways to deeper understanding and critical thinking. We'll explore the purpose and types of ERQs, preparing you to tackle them with confidence. Assessment objectives and quality of written communication. To succeed in extended response questions, it's vital to understand the assessment objectives, or AOs, and the role of quality of written communication. We'll look at these components and unveil their significance in achieving top marks. Answering ERQs effectively requires more than just knowledge. It demands strategic thinking and effective communication. We'll share top tips and techniques to help you navigate extended response questions with ease. How the marking criteria provides a framework for assessing ERQs is really important, and we'll explore marking criteria later in the session. The key takeaways from the Chief Examiner reports. Have you ever wondered what the Chief Examiner looks for in your extended response question answers? We'll unravel the marking criteria and outline the Chief Examiner's key takeaways, helping you to meet and exceed them. And practical application. Theory meets practice as we explore example extended response question together. Through real-world scenarios, you'll have the opportunity to apply your knowledge and hone your extended response question skills. Let's see if we can unlock the secrets to mastering extended response questions and elevate your performance. Navigating and understanding extended response questions in T-level exams. These questions are not just about recalling facts, they require a deeper level of understanding. Let's see if we can decode their purpose and explore the various types encountered in T-level exams. Extended response questions, or ERQs, are a crucial aspect of T-level exams. These questions aren't just about recalling facts, they're designed to assess students' ability to think critically and deeply about subject matter. They serve a specific purpose. They go beyond rote memorization and challenge students to analyze and evaluate and summarize information. By doing so, they assess students' higher order thinking skills, which are essential for success in further education and the workplace. There are various types of extended response questions students might encounter. They may align to one specific or multiple areas depending on the command verbs. First, let's look at analytical extended response questions. These will present students with scenarios or case studies, prompting them to provide reasoned arguments or solutions. Next is evaluative. These require students to weigh different perspectives or theories within the subject area and justify their opinions. Next is applicative ERQs, which asks students to apply their knowledge to real-world situations and explain the potential implications or outcomes. Next is comparative ERQs. These task students with comparing and contrasting different theories, methodologies, or approaches. And finally, significance extended response questions, which prompt students to discuss the significance or relevance of certain concepts or ideas within a subject. In summary, mastering ERQs is not just about knowing the content, it's about being able to think critically and analyse information effectively, but also to communicate their understanding clearly. In exams, assessment objectives guide the assessment process, progressing from foundational knowledge to higher order thinking skills. Let's explore the AOs to understand their significance in evaluating students' understanding of education and early years concepts. In exams, assessment objectives or AOs guide the assessment process, progressing from that foundational knowledge to higher order thinking skills. Let's break them down. AO1. This objective focuses on acquiring and demonstrating foundational knowledge in education in early years. Students are expected to grasp key concepts, theories, and principles within the field. For AO2, students are required to apply their knowledge to different situations and contexts within education in early years. This involves practical application of theoretical concepts in real-world scenarios. The highest level of assessment, AO3, emphasises critical thinking and evaluation. Students analyse information, draw conclusions, and make informed judgments about education and early years issues, demonstrating their ability to address individual needs effectively. Understanding these assessment objectives really helps students prepare effectively, progressing from understanding foundational knowledge to applying and critically evaluating concepts within education and early years contexts. You can see on this slide that Paper A and Paper B have the same mark allocations for assessment objectives and quality of written communication. AO1 is 25 to 30 marks, AO2 33 to 58, AO3 28 to 33, and quality of written communication is 6 marks. This is a total mark of 102 marks per paper. Each paper is worth 50% of the overall grade. Understanding this breakdown really helps students effectively allocate their time and their effort across different components of the examination. Let's explore these further. Quality of written communication plays a vital role in assessing how effectively ideas are communicated within a response. Here's a summary of its key aspects. The importance of quality of written communication. It evaluates clarity, coherence, and the effective expression of understanding. It ensures that responses are comprehensible and well presented. Key components of quality of written communication. This includes clarity, structure, grammar, and appropriate use of technical terms. Clear and concise expression, logical organisation, accurate grammar, and relevant terminology all contribute to effective communication. Mark descriptors. Quality of written communication is assessed on a scale from 0 to 3, with descriptors evaluating clarity, grammar usage, structure, and technical term appropriateness. These descriptors provide guidance on the level of effectiveness in written communication. And the impact on overall performance. A high QWC mark significantly enhances the overall quality of the response. It improves readability, coherence, and credibility, thus positively influencing the examiner's assessment of the answer. ERQs are in both Paper A and Paper B. However, let's explore Paper A and the breakdown and mark allocation. In this paper, students will encounter 2 extended response questions or ERQs, each contributing to their overall mark. The breakdown of marks for each component is as follows. Each ERQ is allocated 3 marks for quality of written communication and 4 marks across each AO 1 to 3. In total, Paper A extended response questions offer 30 marks out of 102, equating to approximately 29% of the total marks available. Understanding this breakdown can help students allocate their time and effort effectively across the different components of the exam, and also prepare them for assignments 1 and 3 of their occupational specialist year. In summary, understanding assessment objectives is crucial for success in exams. AOs progress from foundational knowledge to higher order thinking skills, assessing various aspects of student understanding. Quality of written communication plays a vital role in effectively conveying ideas. It's assessed based on clarity, structure, grammar, and technical term usage, impacting overall performance significantly. Extended response questions require students to demonstrate their understanding across AOs and quality of written communication. Understanding the breakdown of marks aids in effective exam preparation and time allocation, ensuring your students can effectively manage their exam strategy. Mastering ERQs requires more than just knowing the content. It's about effectively communicating students' understanding. Here are some top tips, including quality of written communication. Firstly, understanding the question is key. Take time to dissect the question, identify key terms, and understand what's being asked. Next, plan a response before diving into writing. Outline main points and the structure of the answer to ensure clarity and coherence. When it comes to quality of written communication, clarity is paramount. Use clear and concise language and structure the response with an introduction, main body, and conclusion. Support points with evidence and examples. Whether that's theories, case studies, or real-world examples, backing up arguments strengthens your response. Engage in critical thinking and analysis. Evaluate different perspectives, theories, or implications of your points to demonstrate depth of understanding. And lastly, review and edit the response. Check for clarity, coherence, and relevance. And edit for grammar, spelling, and punctuation errors. Taking the time to refine the answer can significantly enhance its quality. Next, let's look at some support in effectively answering extended response questions. This is an example question from a sample paper. When writing extended response questions, the following approach is taken. Start with the specification points to be covered. These will form the AO1 points in the indicative content. The application of these will form the basis of the AO2 points. These are often referred to in the question. The STEM will have information in the form of a scenario for the students to link or apply their AO1 knowledge. There's often a statement or conclusion given to allow the students to cover the AO3 skills required, for example, analysis or evaluation. In this question, students will be thinking about behaviourist theory, so they may consider Skinner's theory of operant conditioning or Bandura's social learning theory as examples. They will need to demonstrate their knowledge of the theory, how it could be applied to the scenario, and then evaluate its effectiveness. They'll also need to structure their answer well and make sure it's communicated clearly to gain the quality of written communication marks. The best responses from students clearly link AO1 through to 3. Extended response questions are not marked point by point, but as a general rule, if a student makes 2 or 3 well-linked paragraphs, they are likely to be placed in the highest band for 12 plus 3 quality of written communication marks. If a student links points as shown, then they are also likely to achieve the quality of written communication marks as well as the content marks. We can see that students must evaluate 2 theories here. They can't gain full marks if they evaluate only one. They need to consider attachment theories, so may consider Bowlby's maternal deprivation, Ainsworth's strange situation theory, Schaeffer and Emerson's stages of attachment, or Harlow's contact comfort theory. They then need to apply their 2 chosen theories to practice and make a reasoned judgment as to how they'd support the child in relation to the underpinning theory. Again, they need to make sure their answer is structured and clear to gain the quality of written communication marks. Now let's have a look at the marking criteria and how it's applied. Marking guidance for ERQs can be found in all core paper mark schemes. The mark schemes consist of a marking grid with a band-based descriptor along with indicative content. A response should be marked holistically, but you might first identify any points that are creditworthy by using the indicative content. The indicative content is reflective of a response that may be given by a student and is closely aligned with the specification. The AO2 and AO3 points often link together and then further link to a couple of AO1 points. Remember to accept any other appropriate responses. Points that are technically correct and relevant to the scenario but are not a direct match to the points in the indicative content can still be credited. A response should be marked holistically. Evaluate the entire student response to determine appropriate bands for AO1, 2 and 3 content. Then apply a best fit approach. Determine the band that most accurately reflects the overall quality of each aspect. Read the student response as a whole and decide which band the AO technical content identified fits into. Do the same for AO2 and AO3 content. A best fit approach is then applied. For example, the highlighted boxes show that a response covers AO1 content, which indicates reasonable breadth and/or depth of understanding. AO2 is somewhat effective and somewhat relevant, and AO3 content shows limited relevance. In this situation, the response would be put into band 2, as this is where most of the response has been placed. But you may award a higher mark within the band to reflect the AO1 content reaching band 3. That means this is likely to achieve between 4 and 6 marks so far. All responses are marked for the benefit of the student wherever possible. And finally, we should decide where in the grid the quality of written communication should be placed. In much the same way as before, read the answer as a whole first, then decide on a mark and add this mark to the marks you've awarded on the previous slide. Now let's explore the Chief Examiner's expectations when it comes to extended response questions in T-level exams. These expectations serve as a guideline for students to excel in their responses. Understanding of concepts. Extended response questions require students to demonstrate a thorough understanding of key concepts, theories and principles relevant to the question. It's essential to showcase a solid foundation of knowledge in the subject matter. Critical thinking skills. Students are expected to showcase their critical thinking by analysing information, evaluating different perspectives or arguments, and demonstrating a logical approach to problem solving. Application of knowledge. Practical application of theoretical knowledge is crucial. Students should be able to apply their understanding to real-world scenarios, demonstrating the relevance and applicability of their knowledge. Effective communication. Clear and coherent communication is essential. Students should articulate their ideas clearly using appropriate terminology and structure to convey their understanding effectively. Depth of analysis. Extended response questions often require students to delve into complex issues and provide insightful analysis. It's important to demonstrate the ability to explore different viewpoints and offer well-supported conclusions. Synthesis of information. Students should be able to synthesize information from various sources, integrating ideas to develop a comprehensive and well-rounded argument in their response. Evidence and justification. Providing evidence, examples or data to support arguments is key in ERQs. Students should justify their reasoning with sound rationale and logical explanations. Relevance and focus. It's essential to maintain relevance and focus in ERQ responses, addressing the question prompt directly and avoiding tangents or irrelevant information. Clarity and coherence. Responses should be presented in a clear, organised and coherent way with a logical structure that facilitates understanding for the reader. And lastly, quality of written communication. Proficiency in written communication skills, including grammar, spelling, punctuation and overall presentation, is crucial to ensure the response is well received by the examiner. By meeting these expectations, students can excel in extended response questions and demonstrate their comprehensive understanding and analytical abilities effectively. Now let's look at some key takeaways for mastering ERQs. ERQs are gateways to deeper understanding and critical thinking, requiring analysis, evaluation, and synthesis of information across various types of questions. Grasping assessment objectives, or AOs, and the role of written communication is vital for achieving top marks. Effective answering of ERQs demands strategic thinking, application of knowledge, and clear communication. Using these tips and techniques will empower students to navigate ERQs with more confidence. Marking criteria provides a framework for assessing ERQ responses, and it ensures fairness and consistency in evaluation. Understanding the Chief Examiner's expectations aids students in meeting and exceeding the assessment criteria, leading to higher marks and higher performance. And theory meets practice. Explore example ERQs with your students and get them to apply their knowledge so they can hone their skills in real-world scenarios. Your feedback on this recording is invaluable. Please take a moment to scan the QR code and share your thoughts. Your input really does help us improve and tailor future content to better meet your needs. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has unlocked the secrets to mastering extended response questions and will support your students in elevating their performance in the T-level education and early years core exams.